let's say you need to fix supper and you are in a pinch. I had all of this froze. These are chicken tenders. Cover it with this, and this is this it really is not necessary, but that's going to crisp it. I'm going to show you what's going on here. I cooked these for 5 minutes. I barely strained it. They all did not go into this. This is the best strainer, by the way. So there is still pasta water in there, okay? Chickpeas, it says cooked 5 to 8 minutes. I just did 5 because it's going to continue cooking if you see that steam. And over here in this pan, I took out about 5 of these, of that pasta water before I drained it, okay? And I'll give you a tip to save your husband from having to fix the drains. Run cold water in your drain when you are straining your hot pasta water so you don't break the seals. So I just poured in a can of organic coconut milk in with that pasta water. That pasta water is responsible for making your pasta thick without having to put dairy. If you cannot have dairy, I try to not give my husband dairy, so we're using coconut milk with the addition of the pasta water. It's going to thicken it. Now I'm going to add in my seasonings. So I'm going to show you what I've got going on in here, okay? I have some garlic that, hang on and I'll show you. So it's this, if you're in a pinch. Now tonight I'm in a pinch and I'm cutting corners. Because I've had a very long day and I'm just throwing together what I have. And I put this in here. Forgot about Rotel. Rotel would have been a great option. I put in a bunch of dried basil. And I will say, when you are in a hurry, you mess up and make mistakes. So I accidentally turned my eye on back there. Almost burned my noodles. Luckily I heard them. So I added in more water, and I have some basil infused olive oil that I put in this. You know, bacon grease is actually a really good seasoning for this. This just helps them to not be overcooked, is why I only cooked them for 5 minutes instead of 8. And I've got to let this thicken up first. And like I said, I forgot which eye I had on, so it's barely heating up yet. My favorite way to do kale is to get them, you know, in a bunch like this, because you can literally just rip it right off that stem. The problem with bagged kale is this stem is chopped up in it, and I'm not a fan of eating that. So it's easy to rip off, and when you're massaging it into your hands, it tenderizes it. And this is a great way to saute it, but for this dish I wanted it chopped up really nicely, so I rinsed it really good, and then I chopped it up a lot finer than what I would do for sauteed kale. And I'm just letting this thicken up for about 3 minutes, and then I'm going to cut it down and dump in my kale. Okay, I literally just dumped it in. I'm going to give it a good stir, and then I'm going to add in my noodles. Okay, I have it all together. But I destroyed my noodles having that on, sadly. That's what happens when you get in a hurry. But 'tis is life. Sometimes that's how life is. You just have to, gotta roll with it. There's a finished product. I suggest you take the pan off of the stove because it will keep cooking your kale and your noodles, and it will be mushy. When it's done, it's done.